So, when you think of World of Warcraft, your mind probably jumps straight to magic and monsters, right? Dragons, epic quests, all that stuff. But what if I told you its most powerful feature has nothing to do with dragons and everything to do with the very real communities people build inside of it? We're going to dive into how this fantasy world became a genuine cultural phenomenon, and in some really surprising, really human ways.
Just let that number sink in for a second. Over 20 years, this virtual world has been a living, breathing place for more than 2 decades. You know, in the world of tech, that's practically an eternity. And that incredible longevity is exactly why it's had such a deep, profound impact on millions of lives.
Okay, so let's be honest. When someone says World of Warcraft, this is probably what pops into your head. And you're not wrong. It's the classic epic fantasy, and it seems like it was built from the ground up for pure escapism. You've got it all: the dragons, the powerful magic, and that endless, iconic war between the Horde and the Alliance. And believe me, this fantasy world runs deep. The world of Azeroth is just packed with history. You have these legendary heroes, that constant tug of war between the factions, and a story so rich it literally fills books. Players can choose from all these different races and classes, master really complex professions, and even play a huge role in a totally player-driven economy. It really is designed to be an all-encompassing alternate reality.
But here's where the whole story takes a really interesting turn. What if the most powerful, the most important part of this entire fantasy world isn't the fantasy at all? What if it's the real people sitting behind the keyboards? Because you see, this is where the game's true magic is. Its greatest asset isn't the graphics or the lore, as amazing as they are. It's the millions of people who call this digital space home, and the very, very real connections they make there.
So let's just quickly define our terms here. World of Warcraft is an MMO. That stands for Massively Multiplayer Online Game. And the keywords there are massively multiplayer. It's not a single-player experience. It was designed from day one to be a shared social world, a place where thousands of actual people are cooperating, competing, and building real relationships all at the same time. And this is where things get truly fascinating. For so many players, that shared digital space has become so much more than just a game. It's actually evolved into a genuine support system, a place for real connection, and sometimes even a tool for healing. And the sheer variety of these communities is just astounding. I mean, you've got moms who find a crucial social outlet they might not have otherwise. You have grown-up kids bonding with their parents over a shared quest. It's become a lifeline for military families, a way to stay connected across thousands of miles. It gives soldiers deployed overseas a little slice of home. And for some players with autism or ADHD, it's a place where they find these incredibly supportive networks.
And this really gets to the heart of it. The game gives you this structured, goal-oriented world where, the social stakes feel a little lower than in real life. And that makes it this incredibly powerful space for people to practice social skills, to build confidence, and to fight back against the loneliness that so many people feel.
And when you look at the mental wellness benefits that players report, they're pretty significant. A lot of people talk about finding real relief from their stress and anxiety inside the game. For others, it's a powerful tool for coping with depression. And maybe most profoundly, it provides this vital community and a sense of purpose for military veterans who are dealing with PTSD.
The line between the virtual world and the real one, it often blurs in these incredibly moving ways. You'll see players organize these massive in-game marches to honor fallen soldiers on Memorial Day. They hold virtual funerals and build memorials to remember their guildmates, their friends from the community who've passed away. I mean, these are real emotions, real grief, and real support being shared in a digital world.
But, of course, to really get the full picture, we have to talk about balance. Because the very same immersive design that makes these worlds so powerful, well, that also comes with some real-world risks.
It really is a double-edged sword. On one side, you have these incredible benefits we've been talking about: community, social support, stress relief, even developing new skills. But the risks on the other side are just as real. Playing too much can lead to social isolation, health problems, and a real struggle to balance the game with your responsibilities in real life. The key takeaway really is that moderation is absolutely everything.
So, what's the big picture here? What does all this mean? Well, it means we're looking at something far more complex, and frankly, far more human than just a game about dragons and quests. What we're really witnessing is an evolution in what these virtual worlds are and what they can be for us.
At the end of the day, digital worlds like Azeroth are no longer just about escaping reality.
They've become these complex social tapestries, places where people forge lifelong friendships, where they meet their romantic partners, and where they find support networks that can lead to real, tangible healing in their lives.
And that leaves us with one last, pretty important question to think about. We've seen how millions of people found a community in a world of fantasy. So as our own lives become more and more digital, it really makes you wonder, where and how will we all find our communities in the future?